All right, guys. I'm going to go over the test with you, Unit 2 test. Gotta say, overall, I was very happy with the scores. Everybody did very well. The open notes part probably helped, and that's fine. Took advantage. Do what you got to do. Um, we had a time limit. Hopefully, you had a time limit. Let me know if that was too short or if you felt like you were kind of running out of time at the end. This is that's a first for a time limit, and I want to make sure that um, it's a fair time limit for you. I think it was. I mean, based off the scores, I don't think we had any issues. So, all right, here we go. I'm going to go over the questions, a few of the questions with you. Let's do the short answer questions. The first one, Liebeck versus McDonald's. We looked at this case in the notes, and you're aware that she was able to build on her. Whether you think that's fair or not, what is she collecting for? What are the damages? So the first thing is this is considered negligence, but the court I think classified it as strict as gross negligence, so that they could put the punitive damages on there. And so what kind of damages were on there? So we had pain and suffering, we had medical bills, lost wages, and punitive. All right, question 2. Most civil offenses are negligence or intentional torts. However, some are classified as strict liability. What is strict liability? Why is it an essential distinction for some civil offenses? Strict liability is important because that takes the burden of proof off of the plaintiff. And sometimes it's hard to prove that um, that somebody was at fault, but it's pretty clear to the court that somebody is definitely at fault, even though maybe it's hard to prove. So if you're doing something that's dangerous and you end up hurting somebody, it doesn't have to be intentional, and they don't have to prove that you did something wrong. It just you hurt them, and so you're liable. So usually that falls under something that is inherently dangerous. All right. Question 3. Pellsgraf versus Long Island Railroad. Okay, so a lady sues because some guy let off a bomb of some kind and something fell on her. Is she able to sue the railroad company? The answer is no. If she's going to sue anybody, it's going to be the guy that brought the explosive. Um, there's no reason, there's no reason that the railroad company should expect that that's going to happen. That's not something that is within what a reasonable person would say, um, things that they are prepared for. You can't be prepared for everything. And so that's kind of one of those things that's outside of their area. All right, so looking for questions. Okay, so here's one that we struggled with. Which of the following is not an element of a crime? Um, so the injury part is part of civil offense, but not necessarily a crime. You can commit a crime without actually injuring somebody or damaging somebody's property. Okay. Okay, question 23. Under negligence, the defendant can seek blank damages. So it's compensatory. Um, you can't seek punitive damages under strict just negligence. There's got to be something outside of that. Um, Punitive damages are reserved for when something is done on purpose, like an intentional tort, or something is done which is called gross negligence, which is so careless that, even though maybe it wasn't intentional, anybody knows that if you do this, you're going to put people in harm. So anyway, it's compensatory. All right, and that's it. Those are the questions that needed to go over. And let me know if you have any questions about any of that, and I'll see you next time.